All right. Happy Thursday, Internet. It is Enrique here with the 4th of May, 2023 market update. It's about 11:30 Eastern for me. And, Bitcoin did the thing. It did exactly as expected yesterday. It didn't get a whole lot of upward volatility, but it did have a little bit of momentum. And it's providing a good narrative for today about the way that the market should be responding to that kind of activity. And I have some volatility checks through these levels, the sentiment levels, in terms of what the market should be willing to bear as a result of today's behavior and sentiment data in the market. So let's have a look at what we got here. 28.9 for BTC. It's I'll get into what those levels are. So, but anyways, 39 cents for ADA and 704 for Link. So Link hit that 703 that we were talking about yesterday pretty easily. It just took a little bit of time. And scrolling down here, we got a new micro trend this morning for BTC, which totally makes sense. Yesterday, BTC was playing around with the mean. The mean was at 28,303, and it walked its way all the way up to above our 2 sig, which is nice. It's very bullish activity to 28,900. And the price to beat and really establish for more bullish expectation was going to be 29,103. I'll get into why that is in a second. But we got a new trend event here. And right now, that trend event, the mean is at 29,290. That's going to be a bit difficult to stay above, but we can do it if BTC price stays above this lower side 2 sig right now. So basically, it's at $28,724, 98.85 cents. So establishing price above that should give it a little bit of leg up in terms of being bullish. I don't see it being overtly bullish. Possibility for a 30K retest, sure, right? But it might get some trouble around that 29.9 range. And we'll just have to hurry up and wait to see if we can get above that mean, right? That 29,290 for it to do that. If it does, though, the 29,290 is actually a pretty good range because the resistance support mean right now is at 29,103. It has been for a few days, and getting above that's actually a good thing for longs. Right now, short-wise, not a whole lot of downward movement on the radar, really. 28,219 is the low side right now for what Jarvis sees. And that kind of step up from the 27s that we were seeing yesterday is actually a sign of strength from a sentiment perspective. And maybe some people are losing hope in that 25K BTC. Maybe there's still a ton of chatter around it, but it's not resonating as much as it was, say, on Monday, for example. But looking here at alts and how they're responding, ADA did a fantastic job of pulling back and retouching that mean on the BTC pullback that happened. It's about a 1 hour. It's a 1% 1 hour candle about 2 hours ago for BTC, and it took ADA with it, obviously, from above the 1 sig here, which is at 39.21, to retouch that mean, which is at 38.85. And we're hovering above it. That's a good thing for ADA. It's showing some resiliency through this trend on the bullish side of it, and I like that. So for BTC, this is what I'm talking about with the support and resistance levels right now. It's 29,103, right, is our deal. So the high support, which is pretty fairly well established at 28,164, staying above that is still reasonably bullish for BTC. Starting to get below it strongly. I'm not talking about like hovering it, like it was like this gravitational pull around the this lower side high side. The lower side high support, weird, does put $27,000 back on the books, but like really we're pretty well established above it right now. This month, even though it's only the 4th day of the month, but also through the last part of April, you can see maybe you can see it underneath the camera. There we go. Make sure it's underneath my camera here. I don't have it visible. You can see it way back there on the other side of the chart where we kind of scooped away from it, right? And we haven't been back there since. And that's all the way back on the 26th of April, which was honestly like an eternity away in the crypto space. That might as well be 5 years ago, right? No, it's, that 27,000 range it's still reasonable, sure. I just don't see it happening today. For BTC, I'm seeing a lot of signs that show that getting back above that 29,103 and then maybe working our way to that low resistance side, which is 30K, right? Is Yeah, it's not off the table. Like that's more reasonable than actually going back down to that medium support at 27,000. So price action above 28,164 is good. And the closer we are to that mean, the better, right? For those of you who like to be bulls. For ADA, right now, our mid support's at 38.3. That's a pretty strong support level for ADA. Getting back to that high side support of 40 cents is not off the table. Getting back to the mean is going to take a lot more work. And then getting above that mean is going to take something monumental. But so we're still looking for upside potential on ADA today, but there's not a whole lot of like moon juice in it, right? There's nobody putting rocket fuel in this thing today. It is what it is. But Link did a thing is awesome. So yesterday I was talking about getting above that 703, and that's our mid support, and it did. It actually got up and it stuck all the way to seven. What was this? The high when this was 716. So pretty damn solid. Right now it's back down with that that range, right? The 703, 701, 702. But it's going to flirt with that medium support, and it might find its way to 738. So Link is looking pretty resilient in terms of the way it goes. As long as BTC can get a good footing above this level right here, and I have the numbers there on the screen. So for those of you who want to follow along at home with this, you could take the 3 sigs and make them your 1 and your 0 on your fib retracement on TradingView, and then have that trend event just kind of sitting on your chart if you want. But that's it for me today. So yeah, hey, the camera stayed on. That's great. I watched a YouTube video today about how to fix the Elgato Camlink, and seems to be going well. Huh, look at that. Shoot, I should have kept that video open so I could like link it in the description for anybody who might be having that trouble too. Anyways, whatever. It was, I'll find it. I'll find it and put it in the description because it was actually very helpful to me, and I appreciate whoever it was. I didn't even notice who posted it. I'm a terrible person. Just terrible.